pamphlet, The 5,000 Euros Jacket, Monaco, and Moral Lessons for the Defrauded, When Luxury Lectures the Broke, there comes a moment in every society when reality becomes so grotesque that satire writes itself. Romania has reached that point. The scene is painfully simple. A young man broadcasting from Monaco wearing a 5,000 euros designer jacket, calmly explaining to ordinary Romanians that their real problem is that they didn't send their parents to work properly. Elegance, depth, empathy. This is not a character from a dark comedy. This is real life. The heir of Nordis and the School of Arrogance, the son of Laura Vicol, now a viral figure, not because of achievement, but because of pure arrogance, has decided to give the nation a masterclass in merit and hard work. He does so while hundreds of families are still counting bank installments for apartments that exist only on paper. Some people have mortgages, others have jackets. And with Remarkable.com, we are told, my family worked. Of course they did. They worked the image. They worked the branding, they worked the marketing, and they worked the influencers. Where the story gets influenced, because this is where Selly enters the picture. Selly, one of Romania's most powerful online influencers, promoted Nordis during the exact period when the project was aggressively sold to the public as the future of Romanian luxury living. Millions of followers watched. Millions trusted. Whether the promotion was paid or barter is irrelevant. The impact is what matters. When Selly spoke, people believed. When Selly filmed, people watched. When Selly smiled, people trusted. When Selly showcased the project, contracts were signed. This is how influence works. Not with legal clauses, but with credibility. Nordis wasn't just selling apartments. It was selling confidence, amplified by familiar faces. And confidence, once broken, leaves real damage. Jackets don't exist in a vacuum. Today, the same ecosystem produces a young man boasting from Monaco, wrapped in luxury, lecturing those who believed in the dream sold to them. And people ask a simple question. From where did that 5,000 euros jacket come? Because money has a story. And sometimes, that story is written with other people's losses. No one is angry at luxury itself. Not at Monaco. Not at brands. What infuriates people is the timing and the tone. Moral lessons from the balcony. To tell struggling families who trusted glossy promises and influencer validation that they simply didn't work hard enough is not confidence. It is contempt. Why didn't you send your parents to work? Where exactly? To sell dreams. To sign contracts without delivery? To create real estate storytelling with Instagram filters? This is not entrepreneurship. This is mockery, dressed as success. Influencers and the scale of responsibility. When politicians fail, systems collapse. When developers fail, people lose savings. But when influencers fail, they fail at scale. Their mistakes are multiplied by reach. And when political connections, real estate schemes, and influencer promotion intersect, the result is exactly this. One side with selfies in Monaco, another side with debts, silence, and frustration. Silence would have been the minimum. In a normal society, discretion would have been the bare minimum of decency. But instead, we get spectacle. Luxury paraded on the ruins of trust. Moral lectures delivered from balconies overlooking the Mediterranean. This is not about envy. It's about decency. The real lesson is not about working harder. It's about responsibility. Responsibility when you influence millions. Responsibility when others suffer. Responsibility to understand that success displayed without context becomes provocation. Because in a society where luxury is flaunted over wreckage, morality becomes optional. And when morality becomes optional, satire becomes necessary. Final thought. The 5,000 euros jacket is not the problem. The problem is the story stitched into it. And that story includes broken trust, promoted illusions, and a generation taught that looking successful is the same as being successful. Reality, however, is far less filtered and far less forgiving.